Every day on this channel, I go through everything Elon said on X in the last 24 hours. And today was a bit of a slow day, so what we'll do is we'll blast through all of his tweets, and then we'll watch some of the interview that he gave at X Takeover yesterday. And this Neuralink user tried writing her name for the first time in 20 years telepathically. Elon quoted it saying she is controlling her computer just by thinking. Most people do not realize this is possible. And Elon responded to Audrey with a happy face. And Little Human's Big Impact said, conceptual telepathy is something that fascinates me. Imagine being able to have an idea basically airdropped into your mind and you instantly understand it, no matter how advanced it is. And Elon reposted this. And yesterday, Falcon 9 launched 24 Starlink satellites from California, and Elon gave a talk on Starship at the interview that I mentioned previously. Here were some of the takeaways. Elon said, Starship is one of the hardest engineering challenges ever attempted. 3 times the thrust of Saturn V, and it's fully reusable. Starship is late, but not impossible. The biggest current hurdle is developing a fully reusable orbital heat shield, something no one has done before. The long-term goal is to make Starship cheaper per ton than even an expendable Falcon 1. And the next major milestone is orbital refilling, which is transferring mostly liquid oxygen between starships in space. No one else is seriously attempting this level of reusability or innovation in rocketry. And Elon reposted this. And Elon also said in the interview yesterday that Tesla's valuation could hit $25 to $30 trillion if Tesla executes well. And Elon reposted both of these posts from the Tesla account. The Tesla community truly rocks. We wouldn't be here without your passion, support, and dedication. Love always. And they also quoted Omar showing Tesla driving itself down Lombardy Street in San Francisco under supervision. And you can see yesterday outside the Tesla diner, some Tesla protesters had these inflatables of Elon Musk doing Nazi salutes. Elon responds to this saying, this is obviously a paid attack with no popular support, as it is just a few people with public passerbys ignoring them. Only question is who is paying them? Henry responds saying, this protest is such a stark contrast to the positivity, beauty, and the hope for the future that Tesla Diner brings. People see through it. And Elon says, exactly. And John Coogan says, if you're building a hard tech company in 2025, you should prioritize getting a massive diagonal elevator platform installed in your headquarters to make it easy to descend into the lower levels and assess the underground portion of your facility. Elon responds to this saying, 100. And Tetsuo says, I'm hearing people say Grok 4 is slow. He tested a prompt, Grok 4 versus GPT-03. Grok 4 thought for 14 seconds and GPT-03 thought for 1 minute and 6 seconds. Grok 4 was faster and produced superior code, and Elon reposted this. But Ian says that Grok, like any other large language model, suffers from consensus bias. If enough academics say transgender surgery is good for kids, then so it is. There is no debate, and Elon says we're working on this. And this XAI employee is hiring top researchers to work on reasoning efficiency at XAI. And Elon says that Grok will sometimes make mistakes, but fewer over time. And here's a really cool AI-generated video. Christopher spent the last day running every experiment he could think of for Midjourney's new last frame and loop feature. Elon responds to this saying, cool. And yesterday he said in his interview that AI is a supersonic tsunami. And viewer discretion is advised. Today, a white couple was brutally beat by a black mob in Cincinnati, with the woman being slammed to the concrete ground. Libs of TikTok says you probably won't see this story in the mainstream media, and Elon says that guy almost killed this woman, aggravated assault. And the account N Wokeness is saying there is 0 stories about this in any major legacy media publication. Elon asks, why 0 stories? Gunther says, if we don't make examples out of these thugs, it will keep happening. And Elon said, equal treatment for all. And Jeffrey Mead said, a group of black people jumped 2 white people in Cincinnati, sucker punching a woman and knocking her out cold. If the races were reversed, this would be on every major news outlet in the country. But since it's not the narrative they want, they will ignore it. This was violent, disgusting, and unacceptable. They should be charged, and Elon reposted this. And Nick's Dank Memes posts a meme of the Grim Reaper saying, oh no no no, first Ozzy and now the Hulk. Is George Soros even in this damn thing? And it's basically just him selecting who dies next. Elon reposted this and replied saying, for real. And an elite police squad in the UK is to monitor anti-migrant posts on social media. And Grum says there's a full-on attack on the internet by the UK and EU, disguised as being for the children. The ID requirement is affecting even Discord users and X users. It is full-on dystopian as they ramp up police to arrest people for speech. Of course, they would implement a tool that would make this easier for them. It was never about protecting kids. And Elon reposts that. And what they're referring to is the Online Safety Act, and there's a petition to repeal it that already has 300,000 signatures. And Elon reposted this. And this girl says, "Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it. Your nose ring makes you look like a cow." And Elon replies saying, "I don't understand the nose ring." And this Icelandic man, Hafthor Bjornsson, just set a world record in the deadlift, 505 kilograms. He says, "To my fans, I love you. To my haters, you helped make this happen too. Keep watching." And Elon says, "Congrats." And the new Spartacus show is about a black lesbian woman who kills men in a gladiator arena. LMAO, they never learn, dude. Elon responds saying, "They're doing the meme." And this is what autism is meant to be used for. A legend. Oh, now he's Santa Claus. And Elon responds with a fireball. And Rand says that aging will be reversible in humans within 8 years. David responds saying, 8 years after successful non-human primate trials, human age reversal trials are set to begin in 6 months. Eric says, "What will be trialed?" David says, ER100 drug candidate. Laurence says, "What is ER100 and how could that possibly help human health/lifespan?" Grok says that ER100 is Life Biosciences gene therapy, using factors for partial epigenetic reprogramming. It reverses age-related DNA methylation, restoring youthful gene expression in cells. Preclinical trials in mice and primates show vision restoration in glaucoma, optic injury, and aging models, potentially treating age-related diseases and extending human health span. Elon responds to this saying, "Interesting." Captain Ellie says, "We support Elon Musk," and films Hans Nelson saying the same thing, and Elon responds with a heart. So that's everything Elon said today, but let's check out some of the clips from the interview yesterday that he reposted.
From a Tesla stock standpoint, I think stock with autonomous cars and especially with Optimus, it does go to sort of crazy levels. I'd always recommend looking at Cathie Wood and ARK Invest's analysis. They've been right in the past, and I think they're right this time. And again, with a lot of difficult execution, I think people out there said, well, Tesla's valuation could be 25 trillion. And I think that's probably correct if we execute well on autonomous transport and Optimus. It actually does get to a 20 to 30 trillion dollar valuation. That's 20 to 30 times what it is today.
And there's also this Starship clip that he reposted, but I feel like this post that we already went over summarized it pretty well. And we also got confirmation yesterday at X Takeover that about a week or two ago when Elon came out of the design studio at Tesla and tweeted, "Just left the design studio, my mind was absolutely blown." Because of what Lars said yesterday, we now know Elon was in fact talking about the Roadster. And Elon also said yesterday that Optimus version 3 is the right design to go to volume production. It is a significant redesign from volume 2. In fact, almost nothing stays the same. So that's all for today, and if you guys want early access to these videos or you just want to support the channel, you can do so by joining the channel as a member, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.